Okay, PAILs rails for internal and external rotation. For the shoulder, the rotation is going to go straight to the joint capsule. That's very important to know, and the soft tissue is going to follow suit. So we're going to go internal rotation. Block your head with something, a book or yoga block. And what we're going to do is you're going to hold for about 90 seconds, find that passive end range for the tissues in that capsule. Now we're not going to hold for a full 90 seconds for this video, but if you are doing that, please pause and then hit play again at 90 seconds. And what you're going to do at the end of that stretch reflex cycle, 90 seconds to 2 minutes, is you're going to grab your air, pack it down. You're going to irradiate the entirety of your body, not just the working tissue here. There we go. But we're going to start ramping up like a volume knob, 20%, then 40%, and we're pushing down, then 60%, then 80%. And what your safest, greatest effort for 100% is for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And when we get to 0, we're going to immediately rail the opposite way. 3, 2, 1. Now push that working arm up into the bracing hand. Full effort for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Don't come out of the position. You should have a little bit more range in that internal rotation. I like to do this twice, depending on how I'm feeling, but there is no limit to how many times you can do it. So this is PAILing, progressive angular isometric loading, and railing, regressive angular isometric loading for internal rotation of the glenohumeral joint. Okay, so here we've got a prayer stretch. I want you to move your elbows back to the end of the bench there. Good. Make a little window for your head to go through. Nice. Now I want you to hinge here and here. Please bring the block back behind your head. You've got a nice prayer stretch. So you're going to hang on here for 90 seconds to 2 minutes to get to the end of that stretch reflex here.
Move over my head.
Your head can just hang right there. That's fine. Because what we're looking for is we're looking to create space here. Now this does not involve rotation, so we're working the superficial tissues, right? We work the joints with internal, external rotation. Now we're working the superficial tissue. So let me get you to bring this back as far as you can, so we're creating as much length here. And now as I'm jabbing away, we've got another 45 seconds or so to get to the end of the stretch reflex, to let your muscles know that, hey, it's okay to get longer. And this shortened position here in the last little helper section, teres major, teres minor, and the latissimus dorsi. It's okay to lengthen out, and this shortened position is not right. Central nervous system is taking back control. So at the end of that 90 seconds, we're going to PAIL, progressively angle and load into the bench or the ground. We're going to ramp up our volume knob just like we know how to do, same process. And at the end of that cycle, we're going to rail regressive. We're not lifting off, but we're flexing the tissue on the opposite side of the joint that we're working. If that doesn't make sense, we'll walk through it together, okay? And we're going to ramp up in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, capture that air, pack it down.
And then push it.
Radiate.
Pushing this way?
Nope.
This
So
way?
we're packing the air, we're irradiating, flexing everywhere in the system of Doug in this case, and I want you to push down into the ground to the snap right here, this angle. So we're trying to make this angle bigger. There we go. Flex, flex, flex. 20%, 40%, 60%. Remember, up like a volume knob or a dimmer switch. 80%. Safest, greatest effort, 100% for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Now this is weird, but I want you to flex the opposite side. Don't move. We're turning the tissues on the opposite side of the bones on for 8. Turn them on. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now relax. Do not come out of the position. Try to find a new level of range here, a new ability. And we're going to do that 2 times because 2 is a good number. So for shoulder flexion, you can do this 2 sides at once or 1 side at a time, whichever you decide is more fruitful for you. You're gonna get your shoulders into your passive end range. You're gonna get that 90 seconds to 2 minutes timer going. And then at the end of that 2 minutes, you're going to progressively load down into that bench. ramping up 20 seconds, 20%, 40, 60, 80, safest greatest effort, 100%. And if immediately afterward you're going to, there's my finger, regress and pull up against the bench, we're looking to flex the opposite angle, the tops of the shoulders, for 10 seconds, as hard as you can. I like to do it twice, but please do this as much as you feel is productive. And this is not going into the capsule, this is without rotation, so you can do this more frequently than the rotating pails and rails.